Aquarius, I had to take a little break to do the live show, so we're going to resume now. All right, this is going to be a bit of a weird reading. It's just for fun. So we are looking at, in this reading, what happens after we pass from this 3D world. What really happens. And remember, it's just for fun, so we don't have to be morose about it. I just thought it would be interesting. I don't know why I felt compelled to do this reading. And by the way, I feel like this is going to be a very positive reading. I'm very curious, and I can't believe we have never asked Spirit to tell us if we're allowed to know what happens when we die. Okay? What happens? Now, if I get a caution from Spirit, don't worry, I'll stop the reading and do something else. But what are we allowed to know, Spirit? What are we allowed to know right now about what happens when we die? Okay, in 3, please. Why is Spirit saying in 2? Okay, there's 2. Okay, here we go. What happens when we die? What happens when we die? Well, so first of all, I feel like there's a message here about how there is no material, nothing material. The Page of Pentacles is, all about something that it actually is matter. It's energy that takes up space. In the 2 of Swords, the original name of that card is Lord of Peace Restored. So it's all about peace and relying on your inner vision. It also, implies that the subconscious mind being relied on, the inner vision of the subconscious really developing and merging with the conscious. But it's a very peaceful card. Now, it's also sort of an intermediate, you're not fully somewhere. It looks like there is some kind of a choice that has to be made. All right, so let's keep going. All right, show me more, please. What happens when we die? What happens? What are we allowed to know? Okay, there's 3 coming out. Wow. Oh gosh, I hope I can. Do you remember when I said maybe 2 or 3 readings ago that I believe that one of the things that happens is that we get to do a little life review, and that I said something about you don't need to worry if you've done bad things. It's, people sometimes dread this, but I said that I believe it's rather uplifting. Well, I believe that that's what we're seeing here. There's an incredible feeling of emotional happiness here, of euphoria. This is something that we rarely feel in this lifetime. Hopefully, hopefully most of you are happy often, but I can't remember the last time I felt really, really, really super happy. This is total emotional fulfillment. Everything is good there. It's a feeling of peace. How do you describe this? It's a feeling of, it's uplifting, refreshing. Let's say, okay, I'm going to use the 3D now. I'm going to be very materialistic to try to describe this. Imagine if you got a phone call and you found out that you won a brand new car, or that, you won $10,000 or something. that, you can imagine what that, oh, great, or if something that you were dreading gets canceled, or, what I'm talking about, that there, so you know what this is like. Well, this is, that times, 1,000. It's just unbelievable. So what's also interesting here is, so this is judgment. We've got 20 there, but it's a Roman numeral 10, 10. We've got another 10 there. And as Waite always said, 10s are 1s and 0s and are related to rebirths. The 10 of Cups often has to do with coming together with family and extended family communities. So obviously this could be, unifying with your ancestors. That's Archangel Gabriel, blowing the horn of the esoteric, hearing the calling. It's, these, it's funny because we are asking what happens after you die. This is a human being raised from the dead. This is euphoria. So it looks a heck of a lot better than where we are now, doesn't it? It's funny because sometimes when the 10 of Cups comes up in a tarot reading for something that could happen, in the near future, it can mean that you might be expecting, or you might receive a phone call from a distant relative or someone far away. So I just feel like this has to do with unifying with ancestors, loved ones, communities, and friends. It's not just people that you're related to. So there is an idea of immortality in the Judgment card and in this card too. Have a look at how the arms are raised up in the Judgment card, and just as they were raised up in the 10 of Cups. This is about Kundalini energy. So there are a lot of different opinions on Kundalini energy, but one opinion is that it is a vital force, or prana, which is, it's not in the material, it's life energy, and it is a female energy. When someone becomes enlightened, or when Kundalini energy is activated, a person becomes compassionate and more detached, and there would be less ego without any tendency towards violence or aggression, with one exception. So many believe that it can be awakened through yoga or even meditation. There's an important exception, which we'll discuss in a minute. Do you see how these two arms are raised up? Those two people are said to be, feeling this flow of the Kundalini energy. What is Kundalini energy? Well, first of all, it is said to be a feminine energy, a loving energy that is not matter. It is supposed to be stored in the base of the spine. So it's an energy that actually, it doesn't really exist in the material, but when it is released, it flows through the chakras and gives, it actually is said to be capable of making the human body immortal. When I was recording this reading, I realized that I was late for a Zoom. When I got on the Zoom, just as I was researching Kundalini energy, I realized at the beginning of the Zoom that I was reading for someone who does Reiki healing. And in the Zoom, we discovered that one of the things that happened to her person was that when they first met, she was doing this Reiki healing and giving him a massage. It's what she was doing back then for work. And you know me, how I'm always nagging you, saying, tell me when you first met your person. I wasn't expecting anything to come out like this. What came out was that he had this release of, as he was getting the massage, this massive tower release. If I were to show you the series of cards, it was very clear. But guess what happened? It went into the devil. It did this crazy thing. And then he became very scared. And that is why they say, sometimes it is so powerful and so potent. Now, she is a very, very skilled at healing people. She's got healing hands. And so, of course, this was something. I don't think this person had ever felt, this kind of powerful love before. And so, of course, this is why they say, and I later looked it up, sure enough, it can, if a body and a person in there, they're not prepared spiritually for this, it can be very scary. Okay, Aquarius, sorry about that. I had to take a very long break to do the live show. So we're going to resume now. We last had the Judgment card, the 10 of Cups, and I believe we had the 2 of Swords. So what happens next, please? In 2 and in 1, what happens next, please? We don't even know who this is. Oh my God, there's the 2 of Swords. Who has passed? And what's going on in the 2 of Swords? Somebody's taking a rest here. Somebody is in a very advanced state of meditation here. They're grateful, very grateful. They're in a state of inner peace and calm. They've ascended heavily because the 4 of Swords is, mental, spiritual expansion, gratitude, repose. There's a lot of a restoration of peace here. Somebody wants peace, 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 and rest. Show me what happens next to this person, please. An opportunity is offered. A brand new slate. I feel like after you rest a little, there's an opportunity. You may be considering it. So what's interesting here, I'm going to ask what is happening in the 4 of Swords, because I feel like these are stages here. This could be healing the soul before you take another opportunity. What is going on? This is interesting. It may take 4 days. It may take 4 days. Vlado, I don't know if you're listening, but I think you once said something about 4 days and resurrection. Hang on. Just hang on one moment, guys. This is incredible. Do you see these 3 swords there? And there's one down there. First of all, there is something very significant about a period of 4 days and resurrection. Jesus brought Lazarus back to life after he was dead for 4 days. Now, notice that you've got 3 swords right there. I'm just reading from a commentary on the Holy Scripture. Now, this is relating to Jewish mysticism. Jewish mysticism teaches that a deceased person's spirit remains around the body for up to 3 days after death before departing. It was well known in Israel 2,000 years ago that someone deceased could come back to life during this 3-day period. Now, on the 4th day, the spirit left the body and would go somewhere. Now, I feel like you have a choice here. There's something, being offered to you. This is actually very beautiful here with this cloud. It's obviously very good, but I'm wondering if you have a choice between going back or I don't know where. All right. What are the options here, please? What are the options here, please? So this is interesting. So there is a wait. Okay. There's an option to become a spiritual leader. No, back up. My good Lord. This is a this is, what do they call them? Ascendant master. That's the highest level of heaven. It's called Mokulta or something. These are ascendants that can do spiritual interventions if they want. So, that is a very, 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 so you must have shed a lot of earthly attachments to be able to have that opportunity. Show me, is there any other? Is there another choice? Is there another? Show me, is there another option? I feel like there is. Is there another option? There is a choice that you have here. Maybe you're letting someone else choose for you. What is this Two of Swords? Yeah, like it's to go back in the land of the living. You may not want to. What does Aquarius choose here? Oh, you're going to go back. Now, wow. You're going to go back. Now, let's see why, all right? One second, Chris. So you could be going back just to be happy. I do feel like that happens. Show me what is the mission in this lifetime. My goodness, look at the Nine of Cups again. Just to hang out. Maybe just to gain more knowledge or learn more, be peaceful. What is Aquarius choosing to do here? Aquarius choosing maybe to fight for spirit, to stand up for something. You may be doing something spiritual. You are on a mission here. You're on a mission. What is the mission? Oh, the Fool is on a mission. And Aquarius, it looks like it's one of these dangerous missions. You got dogs chasing after you, ripping your pants there. But Spirit will guide you. Wow. There's some kind of a risk that you could be taking. And it's something like Spirit needs you. It's you. It's only you that can do this. What is this risk? What is this risk? Wow, look at the Six of Cups. Look at the Six of Cups. You may be doing something for children, or, it could be to to inflame it. I feel like it's something more important than that. What's Aquarius doing here? You're doing something for spirit here. You're doing something for spirit. You are granting a wish for spirit. It may have to do with children. It may have to, you may be teaching children or protecting them, guarding them, teaching. There's 2 9s and a 6. 9, 9, 6. Something may have happened in June of 1999. Are we allowed to know anything else about this? This could be a very dangerous mission here, Aqua. You're going after the liars. Yeah, it's about children. This collaboration here. It's people being selfish. You're watching. Yeah, you're guarding children. You're looking at people who are collaborating secretly. There could be, whoa, and you're going to expose them. You're going to expose them. You're going to do the right thing. You're protecting children here. There's something huge that you're doing here, and it's incredible. It has to do with healing, unconditional love. You know, perhaps to teach people how to be empathetic. But I feel mostly that it is protecting here, enlightening. There's one last question that I wanted to ask. So for those of us who want to know if there's such a thing as HE2 sticks, as hell, what is the worst, there's the absolute worst thing that could happen to a person after they pass. They get stuck. I do not think there's a hell. They get stuck. They cannot move. And why would that happen? Why would that happen? So that means they can't go into any realm because of being self-righteous and collaborating with a bunch of... what is the 3 of Cups? Boy, that is a bad card. What is the 3 of Cups, please? Now, you know what I think this is? It has to do with walking away from exposing, walking away from judgment. Yeah, people who... What this has to do with here is people who like to keep other people stuck, victimize people, hold people back. This 8 of Swords, you know, when you look at all the scriptures on judgment, almost every single one of the things that, you know, that is said about this is don't judge others. Don't throw stones in people's paths. Don't criticize others. Don't lie about people. Don't victimize. Don't envy. Don't talk down on people. What this is, it's not just making a victim out of someone. It is wanting them to not be able to move or to make any money. This is a destruction of someone's reputation. You know, it's causing somebody absolute and total mental strife, keeping them in the dark, lying, slandering them. And I feel like what that results in, we just said keeping them stuck, that results in them not being able to move into any realm. It is, I suppose that it's a form of hell. It's mental torture. What is going on in the Eight of Swords. It's because they kept you stuck. They have to think about you all day. What's going on in the Eight of Swords? The body is, everything is restricted. What happens if they're in the Eight of Swords? No, if they're stuck, everything is stuck. Everything is stuck. Body, mind, and soul. They're stuck. There is the Seven of Pentacles. They are not moving. They're not moving anywhere. Can't move toward you, that's for sure. They can't go into the Emperor mode. They can't go into King of Wands mode. They cannot go anywhere. They're in the Five of Pentacles. They're literally, that could be, my goodness, you know what that could be? Those lost souls. There's emptiness here. The Walking Dead. You know, with the Five of Pentacles, it's like they're half material. I believe that this is what happens. I believe the problem is the soul needs to leave the body. Something is stuck. Half of them are stuck in this material world. So this could be like when you see a ghost. They are stuck between two realms. I've got to read you something. Just a second. So basically what happens is there is a rich man. He has brothers that are rich as well. His whole family is rich. They're cruel to poor people. They don't pay their workers. They deny God, and right up to the little, and even they just didn't believe at all in any kind of an afterlife. Well, of course, after this person passes, they're stuck. They end up exactly where this person is, and they're pleading their case to Abraham, which is God, and what he's doing is he's begging. He's begging to get out of the stuck situation that he's in. And Spirit is saying, no. Because in your lifetime, you were selfish, and you were cruel to poor people, and you were, you had a ton of money, and you enjoyed good things. And so then he says, well, can someone at least go and speak to my brothers who are still living so that when they die, they won't get stuck where I am. So here's what Spirit says. Well, first he says, he's talking about how selfish he was, and how he was cruel to poor people. And then Spirit says, and beside all of this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Another version is, besides in all these matters, there is a huge chasm set between us, so that no one can go from us to you, even if he wanted to, nor can anyone cross over from you to us. So, this is the problem. That I feel is hell. And so the rich man begs then, can you please, he said, I pray thee therefore that thou would send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. Abraham said unto him, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. And he said, nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. That's what it took. And God said, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. And frankly, he was right, because Jesus openly, raised 4 people from the dead, and they still denied, God. Anyway, I believe that's someone being stuck in the chasm, stuck between, and it looks like there is literally nothing that can be done. Anyway, thanks for listening, Aquarius. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay.